What's up, people? Welcome to the next episode. If you like these videos at all, guys, go ahead and subscribe because it makes the channel grow, obviously. And I know most of you aren't. I've checked in the stats and the vast majority of you guys aren't subscribed. And I understand what it's like. You know, you already subscribe to lots of channels and it's hard to keep adding more to your list. But make a little space for Arc Rides there in the corner. You know, I'll stay out of the way, right down the bottom. And I don't make videos that often, just, a couple of times a week. So at least when I make one, you'll know. And the rest of the time, I'll be right down the bottom out the way, You won't even see me, guys. So let's continue. And the topic is... Oh, and another thing I wanted to ask you guys is, should I have a stock clip for my intro? Like most channels have the first 10-20 seconds of the video. It's always the same clip. Should I have that? Should I make something like that? Or should I not bother? If you guys can chime in on that, that'll be awesome. Alright, so let's continue. And I know you're wondering what I'm talking about. Why is this called Why Don't I Ride Downstairs? And it's going to make sense in a second. That didn't actually go very well, even though it didn't look like it. Well, you couldn't see. I'll show you the raw footage, actually. But these things are toys, guys. They're built like toys. And they're as strong as toys. These things are not made the way they should be. Robust. Even the Sherman.
Oh, Mark dropped it.
I remember when I jumped up a curb, and it's got the roll bar, like the steel cage, whatever you want to call it, but that thing hit the side of the curb and it just dented it like a knife going through butter. It was pathetic. And since then I've been careful, especially the Sherman. Those roll bars are so low that you can't help but hit something when you're trying to hop over it. And the pedals are so low you can't help but scrape them on the ground when you're turning a corner. But it's not as strong as it should be. When I saw that I was like, what? This thing is like... I don't weigh that much, guys. I'm not a heavy rider at all. And I expect more from these, especially the Sherman. It's like a tank, supposedly. And I guess one thing in its favor is that all the weight is on one wheel. So that's one thing. So that's something to consider. With a bike, you've got like a shared load between the wheels. On this, it's like all the weight is on one tire, But I'm not a heavy rider, so I expected it to be stronger. And the KingSong is even weaker. That's like a toy in comparison. I've said that many times. It's like a plastic toy next to a machine, a military grade machine in the Sherman. But turns out the Sherman is not military grade at all, and the KingSong's even worse. It's a piece of plastic, basically. And what happened, basically, I'll tell you now, so now it's going to make sense. I decided to... I'll give you a bit of background, actually. I'm not that experienced in going downstairs, and I haven't done it much at all, really. I've only been riding for about a year. Or to be exact, when I got my first EUC was on the 16th of the 7th. It's funny, I remember that date so clearly. I don't know why. I'm not the type of person to remember dates like that. But for some reason, that's just stuck in my mind. I remember the date it arrived. I remember seeing the notification. I think it was on my phone, maybe on my email. But it said, your package has arrived from E-Riders. And I was like, oh, it's here. I was really excited. Funnily enough, though, not as excited as I am now waiting for my... Because, as you know, right now I'm... Oh, you might... Sorry, guys, you don't know that. But I'll give a little spoiler here. I'm wheelless right now. And now it might start coming together. The story might start coming together for you. This episode might start making some sense. But I am wheelless now, and I'm more excited now than I was back then, waiting for my first EUC on the 16th of the 7th of 2020. And that's when I got my first EUC, and I remember that date so clearly. It's crazy. 16th of the 7th. But yeah, that's how long I've been riding, and I haven't done much stair bombing. I've like done a bit. I did try it a bit. Like I tried it once when I was like a bit of a beginner, and I just like ate it, you know. Landed like almost head first. The unicycle just went tumbling, and like some people saw me, and they came up to me and they're like, "Are you alright?" And I was alright though. But after that, I didn't really try it again, and I was more worried about breaking the EUC actually. So what happened now? I decided, I'm going to try another stair bomb because I never do it. And I said, all right, this is a good one. And it's right at the university, just like between the university and the hospital there. Funnily enough, I'm right next to the hospital in case I need it. But it turns out I need an EUC hospital, guys. That's what I needed. And I didn't have one. So I was shit out of luck. And now I'll explain what happened. So I went down it's pretty simple really. I went down, and you can see in the footage, I'm just going down the stairs, got to the bottom, and the EUC died. That's the story, guys. Can you believe that? What the hell is with that? It just died because I went down some steps like a grandma. What is this thing? And it fried it, guys. It fried it like... What? You're fucking kidding me, dude!